Good evening, Dr. Manuel M. Lopez Academy parents. This is Mrs. Reagan with some information regarding our last ELAC meeting. As you may or may not know, we lost internet connection during our meeting and were unable to hold it. Therefore, I had promised that I would record some of the information so that it was accessible to all of the parents. So let's start here with our presentation. I will be talking a little bit about the ELPAC test. The ELPAC test is a test for all English learners. Every year, English learners have to take this test. And there's two portions of this test. There's an initial portion and a summative test. The initial portion determines English fluency and if a student is an English learner or not. This test usually is given to incoming students as they register for kindergarten and students that may be coming from out of state or from a different country. Once they've taken the initial test the first time, every year after that, students take the summative test. The summative test evaluates English, proficiency, the levels in different areas, and it's a test to show the progress every year. It is given from February 1st through May 31st. This test is administered in grades kinder through 12, and there's 4 language domains that it assesses: comprehension, oral expression, reading, and writing. The test is given by grade bands. There's one specific test for kinder, one for first, one for second, one test for grades 3rd through 5th, one test for grades 6th through 8th, and so forth. So this means for our school, it is the same test that we give in 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. And students will only stop taking the test once they meet criteria in those different areas. In kinder through first, the test is given individually on one-on-one basis. In grades 2 through 12, the test is given in a group setting. One part of the 4 sessions assessed, though, is individual, and that's the speaking part. All of the other areas, the writing, reading, listening, and reading, are done in group. In this year, we will be giving, this test will be provided through the use of iPads. Obviously, because of distance learning, it will be done remotely. There is no time limit, and it will be done through ELD classes and as a modified schedule. At the end of the year, once the assessment has been graded by the state or evaluated by the state, parents, you will receive something that looks like this that gives you a report of how your child did on that test. Once English learners meet certain criteria, they are candidates for reclassification, and this is a reason to celebrate. In order for students to reclassify, however, they need to meet 4 different criteria. They have to have a 4 on the ELPAC, they have to have a certain academic criteria, an evaluation of the teacher, and parent opinion and meeting. The ELPAC test has 4 different levels. Level 1 is the lowest and level 4 is the highest. In order for students to be considered candidates for reclassification, they have to have a 4 on the ELPAC. The second criteria is one of 2 things. First and foremost, we look at the CASP test. Students have to have a 2 on this assessment. If for whatever reason they don't have that, then we can look at the STAR 360 reading, which we give on site a few times a year. And students need to have a 25 percentile rank on that test. If the student has met the ELPAC and the academic criteria, then teacher can evaluate and say, yes, the student is ready for reclassification based on what I see them doing in class, or no, they are not ready for reclassification. Finally, we meet with the parents and we go over the information, and parents also have an opinion on whether or not the student can be reclassified. Parents, if you have any students in 8th grade, the promotion requirements has changed. In the past, we would look at the grades in 7th and 8th grade. This time, because of COVID-19, we are only looking at 8th grade grades from trimester 2 and trimester 3 for promotion. We've been sharing this information for several weeks now, but wanted to remind you again. 8th grade promotion is a big deal, and we do want to take some time to recognize the achievements of all of our 8th graders who will be promoting. We are not quite sure how exactly this will look, but we want to let you know that we will for sure have a celebration, a promotion for our students. As the time comes closer, we will be updating you with this information. Of course, this will be done in a safe way, keeping in mind COVID-19 and the safety of everybody. Upcoming high school events, March 2nd and 4th. Our 8th grade students will be, who are scheduled to attend Oxnard High School. The counselors will be visiting, Oxnard High School counselors will be visiting our 8th grade students through their social studies classes. That's Tuesday, March 2nd and Thursday, March 4th. Students that are scheduled to attend Channel Islands, Pacifica, and Hueneme, counselors from those schools will be visiting them on Wednesday, and the Zoom link has been emailed to the students by our counselors. In order for them to check that information, make sure that 8th grade students are checking their inbox in Canvas. Here you can see kind of a guide of how they can check their inbox and their Gmail to make sure they have those links necessary for them to meet with their counselors from the high schools. Also, if there's any questions about intra-district transfer, the deadline was the 28th, but there's Maribel Ipazzi can be someone that you can contact for further information. Her number is listed here below. You can also visit our Lopez website and specifically the 8th grade tab, and you will find a lot of resources from the different high schools. As well as you will find on our website a resource guide on 8th grade Canvas page. Something that looks like this, where you can click and students can go and email our counselors, our ORC, and receive information from the high schools, or obtain the information from the high schools. Thank you, parents. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach me or call the office for any additional support. And we hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you.